Hey everybody and welcome to this new video. My name is Johnny and in today's video I want to talk to you about Paraguay lifestyle and culture. So the first thing is daily life and social norms. So the Paraguayan in general is a very relaxed person. The word tranquilo, which means literally means relax, you will hear often in day-to-day life in Paraguay. If you, for example, if you are running late and you say, "Excuse me, I'm so sorry, I couldn't make it in time because of traffic or whatever," they most of the time will say "tranquilo," like relax, doesn't matter that much. The average Paraguayan is a very family-oriented man, so the Fast and Furious movies could literally be made here in Paraguay. So everybody loves their families. They spend a lot of time with their families. It's often time they live in the same house, like the abuela and the family and the kids and the grandkids live all in the same house. As even so, the Western culture where you get get an adult and are kicked out by your parents, that basically doesn't apply here in Paraguay. The next one is siesta culture. This one I have a feeling that is running out. So it used to be that like during the hottest time at a day, like 12 o'clock, all the businesses closes and they reopen at 1:30 or 2 o'clock again. So in that time you eat lunch, you take a little nap, and then you go back to work. But more and more business decide to have like continuously open mate and tereré culture. So these traditional drinks, the mate drink and the tereré drink, are infused tea from the yerba mate tree. So the leaves are cut and dried, and so you put them in a guampa. It's called. It's like a horn. Like traditionally, it used to be a horn. In today's day and age, it can be like almost any material: wood, metal, plastic, or whatsoever. And you pour in the case of mate you pour hot water over it, and in the case of tereré you pour cold water over it. Mate is also known in all of Argentina and in the southern part of Brazil as well. Greetings here in Paraguay officially are the firm handshake. So between men, it's obviously the handshake, and between women, it's the kiss on the cheek. And even though you are, let's say, not like the best friend with them, you're just an acquaintance, these greetings rules also are for you. So, regards to the music and dance here in Paraguay, so the traditional musics are the polka paraguaya, the guarania, and the cumbia Paraguay. I basically don't know much about them. That's not the kind of music that I'm listening to. But like these music, they play on birthday parties and all kinds of parties, and people love to dance to them. So let's go to cost of living and lifestyle differences. One big plus for living here in Paraguay is the affordability. And this is like a lot of goods is cheaper here, like things like rent or food is rent might be a fraction of it cost what it is in over in Europe or in the USA. Uh, Food, I think, as well is very affordable, but other things like imported goods can be more expensive than over there because like Paraguay hasn't that big of industrial economy here, so they have to import a lot of goods and then tariffs and so on, shipping, and you end up paying more than you would maybe in the US, for example. Housing and architecture. For example, I love these old classical like Spanish colonial style architecture. They are running out. I don't know if, of course, you can build in that style again, but I love those old buildings that are in that style. And another style that's is used a lot here is like the red burnt brick wall. That is that you can see that brick wall in a lot of buildings. It's very popular. Markets versus supermarkets. I love it to go into these markets, these official markets where there are like a lot of merchants and everybody has their small little stand where they sell their goods. It is way more cheaper. It is more affordable than normal supermarkets. You can go also go in these normal supermarket chains, and they will have like most of goods in one place, but you pay an extra. And I think like it's an experience to go on these traditional markets and with all the people there. It is like any Latin American market you can imagine. Another thing you will probably see here is private security and gated communities. Um, People that can afford it, they live in gated community where they have a private security, where usually there is like one security guard in the entrance, and everybody that wants in or out has to identify themselves. And like high level people, they have private security guards on their side. Also, you will see security guards front of a lot of businesses. They hire them to protect their business. Let's come to food and drinks. The traditional dishes here in Paraguay are, my favorite dish is the barbecue or the asado. I love making a good barbecue. Then there's the sopa paraguaya, which is cornbread like solid soup. Like sopa is translated soup, but it isn't the soup like a liquid one. It's a solid one. There is the chipa, which is like a cheesy cornbread, and there is the mbeju, which is like a starchy and cheesy pancake. The Paraguayans like to drink a lot, like on weekends and after office. They like to drink a lot of beer and also the caña, which is like the sugarcane liquor, or most of the times, most Paraguayans use the word caña just generally for any liquor. And but also like the tereré is a social drink, like very often people get together to drink tereré together. It's kind of like a tea party, like can I come over for tea? In that sense, and yeah, tereré you can drink like at work or in any public places. Then we come to language and communications. The average Paraguayan is bilingual, so Paraguay has two official language, and most of people speak them. I think like almost everybody speaks Spanish. There might be some exceptions, and most of them also speak Guarani. The Guarani language is native heritage that stuck with Paraguay, with the Paraguay culture, is rooted very, very deep in Paraguayan history and Paraguayan culture. And most of the people speak like the Jopara, which is like a mix between Spanish and Guarani, and so you will hear a lot of Guarani words in day-to-day Paraguayan streets. So and therefore you will hear like words like che and de. The che in Guarani is different than the che that the Argentinians use. In Argentine, when you say che, it's kind of like you mean you. So if che, ya escuchaste tal noticia, so it would be like, have you heard of that message? In Paraguay, you would say de. So de is you, and che is me or I. Also, the Paraguayan tends to avoid direct confrontation, so they will be polite and avoid direct confrontation. So they will try to get around any uncomfortable topics. So then we come to entertainment and free time. The Paraguayans are very enthusiastic football fans. We have like basically two main football clubs, like Cerro and Olimpia, although there are 70 other clubs. But if people ask you, are you for Cerro or Olimpia, they don't take into account that you could be any other football club in the country. Fishing and nature trips are a big one here in Paraguay as well. So the Paraguayans like it to go outdoors, to go fishing, hunting as well. It isn't that popular, but yes, a lot of people go hunting as well. Shopping malls is a big one here in Paraguay as well. So shopping malls aren't just there to go shopping. So a lot of times people use it as a social place to hang out together. So to get coffee, to drink a coffee and hang out and go a little bit around the mall. And I think like a lot of times people go to the mall but don't buy anything there. Religious festivals and traditions. So Paraguay is very Catholic, and so the main holiday would be the Virgen de Calcupe, which is the 8th of December, which is the main Catholic holiday here in Paraguay. Social and economic contrast. So there is a very significant wealth gap here in Paraguay. You can see like luxurious high-rise buildings in Asuncion, and if you go to the countryside, there are dirt roads, and everybody lives from their little range. So on the countryside, there are like a lot of families that have like a 10, 20, or maybe 50-acre range on what they live. They produce their own goods there, their vegetables, their animals, and live off of that. Yeah, but I think it's more of choice rather than lack of opportunity. Um, there is opportunities to grow. Of course, it's not easy, and no part of the world is it easy to get wealthy, right? Speaking of the urban versus rural life, so in the rural part, you have like a very much slow paced life. So like everybody does, if they want to work, they go to work. If they don't want to work, they hang out at home drinking beer or tereré or whatever. And so that's basically like the rural mindset, like I'm uh, that what I have is enough for me, right? And in the city, you see very much this fast-paced life, right? So everybody has to hustle, everybody has to get there. You have traffic jams, you have that usual congested lifestyle that you get with the big city. Then you have the influence of European immigrants or even Brazilian or Argentinian immigrants. So these were basically farmers that came here to Paraguay and they were looking for opportunities. So they saw that they could get fertile soil here and they started farming. So like a big chunk of the Paraguayan economy is the exports of agricultural goods like meat and soybean, for example. So that's it for me for this video. Are there any topics that you might to know more about? Just let me know in the comments and I'll get to you about that.